Thank you, Dr. King, for helping Black people. You saved us from segregation. If it was not for you, we would still be in segregation. I was not born in that time, but thank God for you, Dr. King. You are the reason I'm in a classroom today with mixed people. If you was here right now, I will give you a big hug. I will support your life for years and years as long as I live. Anyway, I want to say thank you for everything you have done for us, and your dream came true all over the world. We love you, Dr. King.
I have a dream today is famous line from Dr. King's speech. My dream is for everyone to get the COVID vaccine so then we can stop wearing these uncomfortable masks. We can also go back to eating at restaurants inside. Then we could also not have to do Zoom school anymore. My little brother always makes so much noise and distracts me when I'm trying to learn.
I will say hi and thank you for getting the people together forever. And also thank you for getting rid of the segregation. Because of you, Black and white people are together now, and I will give you a big hug. Because of you, I am here today with white kids and Black kids. And you are the reason why I can go to the same school as white children.
Dear Martin Luther King Jr., thank you for making the world a better place. Without you, Black kids could not go to the same school as white kids. You convinced Black people and white people to unite. Martin Luther King Jr. marched for Black people and white people to be equal, even when he was in jail for marching. Everybody realized that Martin Luther King was right. People started to march again no matter what happened. What made you stand up for equal rights? I think that was brave. Now Black people can do everything together. Thank you. This is my letter to Martin Luther King.
Dear Martin Luther King Jr., there is so much racism in the world today. I want to know if you have any advice on what we can do. Your words helped Black people to advance. There's so much crime against Black people, and there is Black on Black crime. And we need something to happen to make things better. Black people are being killed by the police, and laws are being created that will keep Black people from voting, and it seems like things are getting worse. George Floyd's death created the Black Lives Matter movement, and it seems like things might be changing, but there's a long way to go. Your speech and your activism changed a lot for Black people, and we really need your advice now. Thank you. Chloe Harris.
I have a dream today is a famous line from Dr. King's speech. My dream is for every human to have a home. We can help every person to get food and water by donating food and water. My other dream is for this virus to go away. I want this because we cannot see our friends, and we also get sick.
I would say great job seeing your goal to the end, and I admire your bravery and justice and all your convictions. If you didn't do what you did, the world would not be the same. So thank you for being you and doing what you did. And no one can match your greatness, and only you can let the bell ring for all.
I have a dream today is a famous line from Dr. King's speech. My dream is for world hunger to end. Some reasons why are because then we don't have to see all of those poor people die in bed. Another reason why is because people sometimes pass by poor people that had no food or water, so we should stop that too. The last reason is that we should help them and don't accuse them of trying to buy illegal items. So let's end world hunger.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream continues on to this day because now since the 1970s, racism has died out and less people discriminate others based on their race. His dream was for little white boys and little black boys and little black girls and little white girls to join hands and become brothers and sisters. And that is still happening to this day. Martin's legacy is still continuing. He is a legend. I know this because they made a holiday on his birthday for his participation in this world. His dream still continues today because there are siblings that are different races and even different races marrying other races. Also because of Martin Luther King Jr., the world has changed and less people are treated a certain way because of their skin color. Although there is still some racism in the world, most of the world has changed for the better and there is less racism today thanks to Martin Luther King Jr. So Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream continues to this day because people treat others based on their content of their character and not their skin color. That is how Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream continues on to this day.
Dear Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I was wondering what I could ask you. Oh, I know. What were your favorite foods back then? My favorite foods are corn on the cob, string beans, and ribs. Have you ever wondered what would have happened if you had not gone out on the balcony at the hotel? MLK Day is really popular. You probably don't care about popularity since you are trying to make a difference in the world. I think all the kids know about MLK Day because there is no school. What they should be thinking about is how much you made a difference in people's lives, how much history you have, and all of your speeches. Even though some people didn't support you, you didn't listen to all of the haters. You stood tall with your head held high and did the right thing. As I'm learning more about history, I'm starting to become more focused. I would hang out with you. You're very cool, so fresh, so clean, Mr. King. You wanted equality, and most of what you said changed the world. Some people didn't like some of the changes that you made, but you didn't care. You marched right and for your rights. I wish you could try my dad's Brussels sprouts and my mom's baby back ribs. There's this virus going on now. It's pretty scary, but I know we'll get through it. Black people and white people are happy for the changes you made. Colored people can now go to school. There is still racism in the world, but we still have hope. Thank you. This is my letter to you.
So even though we're facing difficulties of today and tomorrow,
I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
We hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia,
The sons of former slaves and sons of former slaves owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi,
A state sweltering with the heat of injustice,
sweltering with the heat of oppression,
will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice.
I have a dream that little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin,
but by the content of their character.
I have a dream today.
I had a dream of one day.
There in Alabama, little black boys and little black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers.
I have a dream today.
This is our hope, and this is the faith that I go back to the South with this faith,
we will be able to heal out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith,
we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood.
and with this faith, we will be able to work together,
To pray together.
to struggle together,
To go to jail together.
to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we'll be free one day.
So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire.
Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains from New York. Let freedom ring from the hidden Alleghenies of Pennsylvania.
Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the courageous slopes of California.
But not only that. Let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia.
Let freedom ring from the Lookout Mountain of Tennessee.
Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi.
From every mountainside, let freedom ring. When this happens, and when we allow freedom ring,
When we let it ring from every village and every hamlet.
From every state and every city.
And we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children,
black man and white man, Jews and Gentiles,
Protestant and Catholics.
We'll be able to join hands in singing the words of the old Negro spiritual.
free at last.
Free at last.
Thank God Almighty.
We are free at last.